Welcome to the second session of our DevOps class. In a recap of our yesterday's lessons, we talked about, we learned what is DevOps, and then we actually understood the various tools that we are going to be using in order to perform our DevOps job. And we actually started our first tool of DevOps yesterday, which is Git. And today we are going to be continuing with Git. We actually did some few basics with Git. We struggled on how to do untracked files. We looked at stage files and we looked at committed files. So we said untracked files are files which have just been added to your new code. When you add any code, when you change a listing from your code, that file becomes an untracked file. If you add a new code to your file, that new code that you have just added makes the file becomes untracked file. And then in order to transform the file to a staged file, you need to do git add. You add the file now to the staged file. Then if you want to if you discover that it is actually a commit and you want to commit it, then you do a commit. What is actually a commit? What is actually a commit? When we talk of commit, what is a commit in real sense of it? A commit is a milestone that has been achieved. That means if you have been given a task, and you are asked to build, let's say you are asked to build the home page of a website. If you are asked to build the home page of a website, and that home page will look like this. You are going to build a home page of a website, and then in order to build that home page, they told you that you are going to submit your job in 3 different milestones. That means you have 3 different milestones that they are going to evaluate your job before you submit your job. And now the first milestone is that what? Put a logo there, and then also put the header at the web page, and then put a logo and put a header. This becomes the first milestone. This is the first milestone. Now if they say you should put the block and the footer, that means there is some sort of a footer down here. You know what a footer is in a website, where you always have a contact us page, blah blah blah, everything is always there. You put a footer, and then maybe you put a block where they will be writing new stories that are coming. Maybe this one is also the second milestone. When you do this one, you submit as a milestone. They will check and say that is okay. Then the last one now is the picture page. There will be a picture page here where the main picture of the page will be presented, and besides the picture page, there will be maybe the photos of the main people that are in that company. The photos of them, they are going to be here with a small biography of them, and then this one will be taken as your last milestone. Therefore you have 3 milestones to attain before you submit this website, right? And the first milestone, this one is milestone number 1. First milestone number 1, which is going to be in coding form, we call it the first commit, right? That is, your task has been concluded. Then this is the second milestone 2, which is now the second commit 2. Now whenever you are writing the commit, you always describe the commit. Milestone 3, which is commit 3. Now whenever you are writing the commits, whenever you are writing your commit, you always describe what you committed. Now if we said that you were supposed to build this website and your first milestone was to put the logo of the website and then put the header of the website with the menu there, that was your first milestone. Once you design this milestone, when you design the website and put this one, you have to commit your code. Then you do a first commit, and then when you do the commit, you write a statement there that header and logo of website completed. When you do that, you submit. They will know that your first commit was header and logo. Then the second commit now is footer and blog submitted. That is your second commit. Then your last commit now will be main page and photos submitted. Those are your commits. So that is actually what a commit is. A commit is a significant milestone that you have achieved in developing your code. A significant milestone that you achieve in developing your code. I bet you some of us here are developers, but we might not understand all these terms because you are developing using the waterfall method. Now but when you come with the DevOps method, you must go through these various stages. You don't just write your code from start to end in a full block type of a thing where you cannot know the various sections of the code. No, you don't do that. You write your code in the DevOps method in various commits. You write the code in various commits because you can commit just this first web page like that, and then it is being sent right up to the testing, and the client who asks for the web page will see it. They will pass it directly to his machine, and then they will tell him that, sir, we have the first milestone of your job completed. Can you verify and see if there is anything wrong with it? He verifies and says, wow, the page is nice. Wow, I can be seeing how you people are doing it. I mean, the situation becomes more fun. You get it? Now the second commit, you do the same thing. They'll pass it to him. Sir, we concluded the second level. Can you check? He checks and it's okay. The third commit, just like that. You see that the process of developing the website become very interactive now, and the client is not there hoping that where will they actually deliver what I actually asked them to do. No, all that one is not there. Everything is dynamic. If the client says that I don't like this place here, I don't like this place here, he says it, they'll just send it back to you that, okay, this header like this, the client says that he wants this color here, or he wants this logo instead to come right down. They'll just send it to you, and then you go and you change it. So that is the history behind commit. I want you to understand commit very well, because when we start talking about commit, I took some time in my own training to be able to understand what is commit, because they just consider that you are coming from programming and you should always know what is commit. So that is what we call commit. All right. So we actually learned how to do our commits. All right. Today we are going to be taking the idea of coding a bit further. We left one thing from understanding, which is trying to understand how to see all the various commits that you have done. There is a code which you are going to run that will permit you to see all the various commits that you have done. So let us go to practice and see how we can see the various commits that have been done. Let us create okay, let us create our website, our new page. Let's create our new project. Our new project is school manager. Okay, fine. We enter our page. Okay, let us create our first code. Let's create our first code. For simplicity's sake, let's copy a code that I wrote already. This is our code. We understand everything in this code. We understand everything in this code. It is an HTML code that says that this is the HTML, this is the head, and this is the body. What will be displayed there is just welcome to DevOps training. Right, let us store our code. We'll not be creating codes that are complicated. We'll just be writing our codes directly, please. Just any type of thing. I just wanted to use this to show us how things work. Our code is a.html. Let's save. Okay, we have saved our first code. We have saved our first code. Right, now where is our code saved? Our code is saved in, let's look at our working directory. We remember what a working directory is. I have a file in my computer called projects. I open my projects file. It is a DevOps project and it is a website called School Manager. So the first thing we do in Git is that what we do in Git is, the very first thing we do in Git is that we initiate our home directory, our directory where our code is found. And in order to do that, you have to open Git from that particular directory. So we open Git using our Git bash. So Git bash here, right? So presently, immediately we open Git bash, we start launching our code. The first thing we do is we run git init. We initialize our directory. When we initialize our directory, now we look at the status of our directory. Git status. Now we'll see that the file that we have just created is a.html. The file is in red, and if the file is in red, what is it showing? It is showing us that the file is still untracked. We still have an untracked file here, so we need to change it to staging directory and create the first commit. So we go git add hyphen space dot. Okay, we have added the file. To show that we have added the file, you can still run git status. Okay, you see that the file is now in green, which shows that we have already added the file. Now we need to commit the file. Git commit hyphen m. Now you have to write what you are committing. Okay, give a text of what you are committing. So here, for simplicity, let's just go with our a commit, right? That is an a commit that has been written. Okay, let us open our website and see what we have just built. We've built something like this. This is our website. Welcome to DevOps training. Okay, now if the client said yes, I like it, you guys can continue writing the code, this is nice, and blah 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 stuff. The client says that now we want to add more code now to our website. We still have to add a particular functionality. Let's just say we added a functionality as such. We save. Please master the way you are always saving. This is aaa.html. We save. I want to perform something. I want to create two files for the second commit. A question that Roberto asked yesterday: can we commit more than one file? I've created two files for us to do the second commit, which means our second task or our second milestone needed that we should create 2 files. Our second milestone needed that we should create 2 files .html. So now we have created 2 files. Okay, good. Now if we run our git status, we will discover that the 2 files that we have created are up here and they are untracked. So we have to add the files. So I can decide to add the file one by one. If I use git add aaa.html, right, Roberto, if I use aaa.html, only this file will be added and this one will not be added. Okay, only this one will be added. So let us do the demonstration, please. Let us do the demonstration. Let us create a third file. Let us create a third file, which is save as. You always save as all files. ABB. We save. Okay, now let us look at our git status. Now we run git status. You discover that 3 files are untracked. 3 files are untracked. Now I want to add only 1 file, which is the AAA file. I can use git add aaa.html. right? Now if I run now git status, you discover that only 2 files are remaining untracked. Look at the AAA file is now here. It has already been tracked. All right, the AAA file now is already at the staged file, so it is no more at the untracked file. Now I want to add both ABB and BBB at once, the 2 at once. I just run git add space dot. It means I am adding everything that is found in this repository. I am adding everything into the untracked, into the staging area. So I've added. I run my git status. You see all my files are now found at the level of staging area. All the files are found at the level of staging area. The next thing I want to do now is I want to commit all the files, because you always commit, because this is a milestone that you have achieved. This is a milestone you have finished. Let's come here. You have finished building this particular logo and header. It is a milestone that has been achieved. So you want to go now and submit your job for your superiors to check the code that you have written. So you have to go and submit the job. So you are going to now do the first commit. You are going to hand over your first commit so that it should be verified. So what do? You run now the code git commit and then -m, and then you open your braces and then you write what you have done. We are not going to be writing all that for simplicity reason, but in order, if you are in your real job position, what you are going to write is header of the website and logo completed, and then you submit as a commit, so that when they are looking your work, they will discover that you first coded the header and the logo, and then later on coded the footer and the blog, and then finally you coded the main page, right? So that is how you submit. So here we are just going to write a commit, but we know that in the place of this a, you have to explain what you are committing. All right, so when we write a commit and then we run now git status, always make sure that at the end of the day you run git status to make sure that there is nothing to commit, working tree clean. Okay, nothing to commit, your working tree is clean. You have submitted all your job. That means you are working clean. As programmers, you say that my table is clean now. you have submitted your job, your table is clean, so you don't have anything to submit. So what have we actually done? We have actually built our application, we have built the first phase, and we have submitted. So that is how you do that using Git. All right, we have built this school manager program and we have submitted using Git. All right, now we are going one step further. We want to take this, you are finished with this, we want to take now one step further, which is seeing all the commits that we have done. If I want to see all the various commits, I've done 2 commits here, right? I want to see all the commits I have done. There is a command called git log. You run git log, you discover that, see, this is the first commit that I did. It was an A commit. The second commit, this is a mistake. You cannot name 2 commit the same. This is an A commit, and the second one was supposed to be a B commit, right? This one is an A commit, the second one is supposed to be a B commit. Please, I still reiterate, it's supposed to be an A commit and a B commit. Some of you, when you are watching the videos, you say that, but you had AA, so I wanted to also have AA like you. No, it is supposed to be an A commit and a B commit. So actually it is not even supposed to be A or B. It's supposed to be an explanation of what you are committing. You explain exactly what you are committing. Now, but look at the way they are. This A is up here and this other A is down here. I wanted the 2 of them to be together at the same time. I ran but git log at that first time. I wanted the 2 of them to be together at the same time. I will run now instead, but git log -- one line. When I run git log -- one line, you see the commits are now all in one place, showing that this is the first commit and this is the second commit, and where the head is pointing is the last commit that you did, right? So most often you will be running but git log -- one line. Interview question: in order to see all my commits from the head commit to the last commit, which command should I run in Git? The answer is run the command git log -- one line. Okay, run the command git log -- one line. It will show you the commit, all the commits that you have actually committed, from the most recent commit to the last commit that you lastly did. All right, that is that about commits and seeing the history of your commit. Let us actually start doing now branching, understanding the need for branching. Let us come to our website and see why we need to branch. We already said that with our website we are using uniyao.cm. I don't know whether it is still existing. We are using uniyao.cm, or they wanted us to put www. One W.
They try to add one UY1.
Okay, there is a one. .cm. Let's pass through Google. The University of Yaoundé 1. Okay, cool. This is the website. I saw it here. Yeah, this is it. It is always good that we use our homegrown examples. Oh, don't worry, Kele is not paying me. I decline for any advertisement, right? Please, they are not paying me anything. So, all right. If we need to, this website was certainly given to developers to develop, right? Technically, they were all developing the website at the same particular moment, right? This homepage certainly was given to somebody else, and then the faculty module was given to another person. The training module was also given to another person, right? The training module was given to another person, and then the student space module was given to another. The research, and all these are modules, right? These are modules that were given to people differently, and the people were coding it in their own environment. When they finished coding, they brought all their codes now and put together, and this nice website came up, right? So let us see how that happened. Okay, take into consideration that we are here. Take into consideration that we are here. Now, we started our website, and we are building our website and going. We have, what the heck? We are building our website and going, and then we have done our first commit. We have done two commits actually, the first commit and then the second commit, and we made a mistake and we wrote all the commits AA. I still repeat that we made a mistake and we wrote all the commits A commit, and this one was also A commit, right? Now, after we have created the main website of the main page of the website, let's say another developer comes in. They say, okay, this developer, you are going to take care of faculty, training, and student space. Faculty, training, and student space. It is going to be given to one developer. This developer now says, okay, you guys have given me faculty, training, and student space, but I am not going to be developing my faculty, training, and student space on the main branch of our website. I am going to form my own branch, right? He creates his own branch, and then actually develop faculty, then actually develop training, and actually developed student side, and then he commits it as commits C, commits D, commit E. He commits this like that. How is it done at the level of Git? Let's say his branch, he named his own branch that he is developing, he named it test. It is his test branch. He wants to first of all develop his own things in his own branch, because generally you don't code on the main master branch that is going into your pipeline. We will come to know what is a pipeline. You don't code on the main branch that is going to the main job itself that is running, because it is this branch, this main branch like this, that is running directly into production and appearing at the client's machine, because the client is having his own machine that he is looking at what you guys are doing. So it is this main branch that is running in the central pipeline. Okay, now You don't want that whatever thing you are coding here and making mistakes in it, the client should be seeing immediately. You don't want that. So you create your own branch here, and then you start coding on your own branch. When you code, you do a commit. When you do this commit, the commit does not run on the main branch. The commit runs on your branch. This your branch terminates only within your environment. Only the people around you see this your branch. Production does not see your branch. So it is always advisable to code in branches. Don't code on the main branch. Don't commit your code on the main branch. Always advisable to code in branches. So how do you create a branch in Git? Let's come here. Now, presently, where are we standing? We are standing here like this. We have created an A commit. We have created another A commit. This is where we are standing. We want to create a branch and start creating a C and a D and an E commit. That's what we want to do right now. So in order to create a branch, please, in order to create a branch, you are going to run the command. Let me bring to you the in order to create the branch, you are going to run the command git branch, and then you are going to give the name of the branch. You run the command git branch, and then you give the name of the branch. He created a branch called test. So I run git branch, and then I create test. All right, I run. You see, I have created the branch, but am I in the branch? No, I've just created a branch. I am still at the level of my master branch. In today's terminology, it is called the main branch. The main branch, main, not master. In most today's terminology, is called the main branch. So I have just created the test branch, but am I in the test branch? Look at something. I am still in my main branch. Are you seeing? My head is still pointing to main. I am not yet in my test branch, but I have already created the test branch. The code to create the test branch is git branch test. That is the code to create the test branch, git branch test. Creating the test branch does not mean that you are already into the test branch. No, you are still at the main branch. Now I want to move over to my test branch. In order to move over to your test branch, you run the command git checkout test. When you run the command git checkout test, you see the message comes switched to branch test. Now look at here, we were in, our head was pointing to main. Now our head is pointing to test. Our head was first of all pointing to main. Our head is pointing now to test. We can create now our C, D and E commits here. All right, so let us create now our C, D and E commit, since our branch is already showing now at test. Don't worry about the repository here. Just come here and start creating. But whatever you are creating now, it is being created in the test file. Right now, whatever you are creating is being created in the test file, and not more in the main file, but all of them will be in one repository. Now when we create and start manipulating it, you will see how it functions. Right up to this level, is there any question? Let me not go too far. Right up to this level, is there any question? You unmute and then you talk. All right, there are two things when a teacher teaches and asks if there is a question and no question comes up. One, either the students are so intelligent that they understand everything that the teacher is talking, which means the teacher is explaining well, or two, Either the teacher is not explaining well and the students are so dull to even understand that the teacher is not explaining well. Those are the two criteria. I don't know which one will fall in, but we continue. So we can start creating our files now. We are creating, this one is the C commit, the B commit, is what? The C, D and E commit. Alright, we save as ccc.html. In the C commit, let us create two files. Yes, you can talk.
Yeah, sorry, I joined the class very late.
Yeah, go ahead if there's a question.
Yeah, I wish to find out if you are working on Linux, or which software are you using to create to run this program, like we were already around how to create the branch, and we're using a git branch test, and we went to git checkout test. So I'm sorry I joined the class late. I want to find out if you are running this on a Linux, or which software are you using on your computer.
All right, when you watch, I think I've shared the video for the first session. When you watch the first session, you will see how to install the program that we are using. We are actually using Git. We are actually using Git, and I've explained on how you can install Git, and the first configuration that you should do with Git when you install it. I think I've explained it in that first video. So when you watch the first video, you will see how to install Git.
Thank you so much.
All right, we created the first file, which was ccc. I said we should create two files for the B commit, for the C commit. You write the code and then you save as cc a. Okay, we have created two files. Now what do? We are moving the files from the untracked area. We can always clear the screen. We are at git status. Those are the two files that we just created, so we add them. Git add, git status. We bring them back to, we get our commit now. Git commit hyphen. Okay, what are we having here? I want us to use what we are having here. We are having a C, D and E commit. So this one is hyphen M C commit. Okay, our C commit is created in test. Right now we create another commit again. We create another file. That means he has submitted his first task. Now it is time to write now the second task. He creates his folder, his file, write his code. The code is okay for him. He saves his file as DDA. He saves his file. Now in his second task, it needed just one file. He has finished. He goes and check whether he has submitted. The file is there. He adds the file to the staging directory. checks whether the file has been added. The file has been added. He gives the decommit. Now he checks, nothing to commit. Now his second task is completed. Now it is at the level of the last task for him for the day. He needs to do his last task for the day. He creates a new file. He writes his codes. He saves his codes as eee.html. He saves it as all files, and he saves. Okay, he goes to his Git. He runs his status. He discovers that his file is there. He adds the file, runs the status, discovers that the file is added. He gives now, he commits now his last commit, and he terms it the e-commit. Okay, the spelling of commit, like something I told one of your classmates here, to be a good engineer you always have to read the output that is printed to you. When the output is printed, read it. Take your time and read it. Information is passing in the forum, nobody is reading. Always take your time and read the information very well. So you see, what has come out here is git commits, and they have actually put it in commas. Git commits is not a git command. See git help. That means you can ask for help. What have I done wrong? Instead of writing commit, I have written commits with an S. So there is a mistake that they say the most common is commit, and they're even correcting me. So if you are not very patient to see all this, you will be writing and going and asking yourself, why am I not doing the right thing? When you are not reading, simply read. All programs always have an output, and their outputs are just there for you to read and understand. Okay, so here I'm going to write git commit, not commits. Git commit -m, then I write my e commit. Okay, one file changed, right? Now what we are trying to do today is, this is where we are now. We have created a branch. We have done all what we wanted to do. We are finished with the branch. We are finished now with our job. We know that our job is ready. While we are doing this, another person was working at the main branch, right? He was working at the main branch. Let us move over to the main branch and see what is happening. If I want to move over to the main branch, which command will I use to move to the main branch? I use git checkout main, right? Git checkout main. When I play it, you see I am now in the main branch, right? In the main branch now, let us make sure that we create an e commit, an f commit. Let us create another commit here to show that we have this person was also working, right? He was also coding and going ahead. We create a commit here, which is the f commit. All right, when we create this commit now, we move back. Let's create the commit first of all, please. We create our f commit. We save. fff.html. all right, now I want you to look at something here. Let us commit it. Git status, it is there. Git add, it is there. Git status, we have it there. And then git commit, we have an f commit. Good, everything is committed. Good. Right now I want you to see something. Watch very well, please. Watch very well. I may reduce the so that you can be able to watch very well. Okay, look at something. I am in the main branch, right? And in the main branch, look at the various commits that are there. In the main branch, we have A, and F, right? In the main branch, we have A commit, and F commit. And the A commit that we have here is I hope we are still on. Okay, yeah. Are we still on? Can somebody hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. You should be looking when we go off. You make me understand, and we might go off without me knowing. All right. We have these folders here, and these folders belong to the main branch. We have 1, 2, 3. They all belong to the main branch. Okay, here is what we are going to be seeing. Look at, let me move over to the test branch. Git, look at what will be happening here at the level of these folders. Just put your eyes but here, right? Put your eyes at the level of these files here while I am moving to my test. Git check out test. Are you see what happened? When I moved over to test, files that are in test now show themselves. Files that are in test now showed themselves, right? And then when I move over to main, git check out main, you see only files that now are in main branch are showing. So Windows system somehow automatically manipulates with your code. If you are using the Windows operating system, the Windows operating system somehow manipulates with your code. It shows you only the files of the branch that you are. But look at something that will happen here. I am in the main branch here. The main branch is having 1, 2, 3, 4 it is having 4 files. But when I come over to the main branch here, it is having 3 files, right? The fourth file that you are going to see here is not a file that has been committed at the level of the main branch. We have an A, a BBB, and an FFF. This BBB is the one that we had. These two A's are the one that we first of all created. This one is a text file that was not committed. Now, which is the text file that Git creates, HTML creates when you transform its files to the web application format. It creates a text file. Now Git, on the other hand, here is going to, whenever you move from the main branch to the test branch, right, the information that was formerly in the main branch gets copied to the test branch. That means when you move from the main branch to the test branch, what in real we are going to have at the level of the test branch is this. We are going to have this, and we are going to have this, right? The information that was in the main branch is going to get copied to you, right? So that you should know what has already been done, and you take it from there and be doing. So you don't like create your own branch and you are like in an isolation. No. So this is an A commit that was formerly already made, and this is the other A commit that was formerly also made. So these two A commits will be copied here, and then you continue with your own commit that you want to do. That is the reason why when I will move from the main branch, I say git checkout test. When I say git checkout test, look at the files that are there. You discover that the two files that are in the main branch are still there, and then the other files that we created for the test file for the test branch are now here, right? So what is actually happening is that Git is copying the files that were in the main branch to your test file. All right, now when you must have finished everything, you want to merge. This work is completed. It's time now to merge. In order to merge, remember, this is where we are in the test branch, right? In order to merge, you must go to the main branch and then you call the child branch. First of all, you cannot merge while you are in the test branch. No, you should check out to the main branch and then you call the test branch to come and merge to you, right? So this is what we are going to do here. We first of all check out to the main branch, git check out main. We check out to the main branch. Now make sure that our pointer is pointing towards main here, and then when we are now at the main branch, what do? We run now the command git merge test. Git merge test, right? And we run this command. The question comes, they are asking merge branch, please enter a comment message to explain why this merge is necessary, especially if it merges an updated upstream into a topic branch. Lines starting with hyphens, these ones will be ignored, and an empty message aborts the commit. So when you see this, right, generally I want to explain you what this is when you are merging. Just like when you are doing a commit, you explain what you are merging. Here on normal circumstances, you are supposed to say that I am merging the he was to build what? He was to build some sort of you say that I am merging the faculty, the training, and the student space modules to our web page. I am merging all this. I have finished these modules. They are okay. They have checked them and everything is okay. I am merging them now to our website. Now, how will your website look like? Your website will be a home, a faculty, a training, and a student space, right? This is where your website will be standing. Now we can send the website to the rector and say the rector that rector, here is where we are We have built a home, we have built a faculty, we have built a training, we have built a student. Here is where we are standing. The research, news, development, support, and diplomas modules are still coming. We are still building them. But Rector, can you please navigate what we have built and make sure that everything is okay? Right? That is what we are going to do. So we want to now merge. So you write here, merging the home, faculty, training, and student space into the main website. Okay, so let us just allow merge branch test. When you do that, you press, look at down here, there is nothing here. Okay, you have to press I stands for interactive. When I press I, you see it changes to insert. When I press I, it changes to insert. And then I press control. I press first of all hyphen. Is it a hyphen? No, it is inverted commas. You want to leave this page, you simply press escape, and then you press colon. I'm sure that's how they call this, colon, and then you press W cure, and then control exclamation sign, and then enter. You quit. Your merge has taken place. Your merge has taken place. So for those who do not know what we actually hit when we do Linux for them, they will understand. So when you merge, when you actually merge, the merge itself is another commit. Okay, the merge itself is another commit. So how can we check all the commits that we have now? We have done the merge. So how can we check all the commits that we all have together? Let us go with git log -- one line. You see, these are all the various commits that we have done. We have done the A commit, the A commit, the C commit, the D commit, the E commit, right? Which is the most the commit that we did at the level of the test. We did AAS, and then we arrived at C and D. We entered the test. We came back to F, and then you see the head is pointing to main, and on itself it is a commit. It is a commit on itself. So if by some way we say that the merge on itself, it is a commit. So I wanted to say that right now we are at the level of this. We have built this application website, and we are at this level. What if the rector sees it and says, I don't like the student space, cancel all this student space and let me give you what to do best? What are you going to do? You see, in the waterfall method, you go and start destroying the whole of your code. But in the DevOps method, what you are going to do is, okay, Mr. Rector, you are only going to remove the commit for the student space. And I think the commit for the student space was, the E commit. It was the last commit, right? The commit for the student space was the E commit. So what you only do is that you only go now and roll back your application from the E commit, delete the E commit, eliminate the E commit, and then just have the F and the D commit. Okay, that is what will occur here. If the director says, I don't like training is not nice for me, I don't like the way the application looks at the level of training, remove the whole of training. What you do is you just come and you eliminate the D commit. Okay, so that is how version control is practiced in Git, and that is how merging is practiced. So we'll look at the various importance of merge, which I am going to read for you in my notes as I actually have explained to you. Please, the explanation is more detailed than anything. If you listen to my explanation, you make your notes. Always make your notes. When you listen to my explanation, you make your notes, and that's the same thing I've been doing. So importance of merge commit. The merge commit that gets created automatically is important if in case you want to unmerge. For example, clients are very undecisive. A client can the next day just come and tell you to allow the functionalities separate, or join certain functionalities, or eliminate certain functionalities. So it does happen. So when it happens, when clients give you whatsoever functionalities, just you are dynamic, you are a DevOps engineer. Okay, you are dynamic, you are a DevOps engineer, you should be able to do anything. All right, so that leaves us to the end of our session for today, and I'll give room again for more questions. A question you can actually unmute and then you talk.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Declan.
Yes, I have a question.
I'm listening.
Where you just ended there, yes. How do you roll back? How do you get back to, let's say, a particular point where the rector did not like and you want to remove? What is the command?
That is going to be our next session on rollback. It is a whole session on its own.
Okay, sir.
It's going to be a session on its own, and there in that section, remind me, we are going to talk about the git ignore file. We are going to talk about that. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other question, please? In our next session, we are going to talk about. Yes, go on.
Excuse me. You made mention of AI, artificial intelligence, right?
Yes.
It's just something out of the class. I have a friend here who is having access to an AI. So he told me that for you to be connected, if, for example, they notice, because it is still in Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. For if they notice that you're in Africa and you're having access to it, they'll block. And he was using the AI through a VPN.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, how is it possible to use a VPN and connect and you don't get noticed?
When we arrive at VPN in AWS, you understand first of all what is VPN and how it functions. Okay. Just from the name, the Visual Private Cloud. Okay. When you call something private, it means that it is a space in the internet that you have secured for yourself, which is private to you alone. It is private just to you alone. So nobody knows where you are. Nobody can detect where you are. It is private. There is no location there where you are. So that space, people have bought spaces in the internet that are a loop, right? Nobody knows where they are. It is a private environment for them. So when you buy now a space in that VPN, in that visual private network, you can now from there access certain particular functionalities where nobody will be able to know from which angle you are accessing those functionalities.
Okay.
You get it? That is how it functions.
I saw the thing. It is very nice. It does anything you want. Anything. You can even write a dissertation for you. Anything, a book, anything.
I don't think AI, the way AI is coming, it is something to be very, very afraid of. I believe that if Waikele students or students in the country right now lay hands on AI, everybody is going to graduate master's program and PhD programs at the fastest rate, because I don't think any of our professors there in the university knows what AI is all about now.
They don't.
And right now, I bet you if you are in chapter 1 of your dissertation, just take that dissertation and put into that thing, it will remove you the whole thesis. I mean the whole thesis for you to just compile and go and submit. So you just read through
And
the thesis and then you go and submit. And the thesis will be one in a kind in an area like us. So
yes,
so so
yes.
so so, so you discover that generally for me AI is something to really be afraid of. In the United States, they are trying to make anti-AI detection of thesis and all the like. But I believe if Africans are very eager and are smart, those are smart, those that are at the level of their dissertation, they will right now like this defend their dissertations at A plus before people ever be coming to understand what they actually did. Because
Yes,
if you take what AI produces and you run it under plagiarism, you will not see anything. Plagiarism is actually what the machines that run plagiarism in the country right now runs plagiarism to see whether you went and copied that article from the internet, right?
yes, yes.
But AI does not copy anything from anywhere. That is why they call it generative AI. It actually generates what you have asked him. It is not written anywhere that it is going to take it from there and give it word for word. No, it generates it according to what you ask. So it is that the information that it is giving you is not yet out there. It is information that is brute coming from AI. So nobody can find plagiarism in that work. So I doubt how professors will be able to detect what AI writes and what AI did not write when they themselves do not have access to AI. So that's why I say it is really scary.
Another thing
It is scary.
there's another thing I discovered about it. It shows that you can customize it in such a way that I can reply your message. Can
Everything
reply maybe on WhatsApp, anything.
AI does everything. That's why I said for programmers, AI is a concern. AI is a big
You know.
concern for programmers. If you are a programmer, you should start thinking of switching and moving directly to DevOps as fast as possible, because the tendency is code will one in the nearest future, code will all be generated automatically, and all we are doing here, are you seeing all what we are doing here? All we just need is a code, right? All we actually need here is a code. If we have the code, we will be building our applications and going ahead. So now if we have the capabilities now to go and tell AI that generate me the code of the front end of a website, and it generates, we'll just take the code and be treating and going ahead. There will be nothing we need programmers again for, right? So because the only thing that is stopping us here is code, and if we need the code, we'll go ahead. So AI, that's why I keep telling DevOps engineers that for now DevOps is the way, and maybe that is why the pay rate is still very high in the market. Okay, that's why the pay rate is still cloud, and DevOps is the main thing right now.
Okay.
All right, in the absence of no other question, Mr. Kiba Edwin is from Dubai. Is the time conducive, sir?
Yeah, hi, sir. Good afternoon or it's good morning.
For us here it's morning.
All right. Thank you so much for this question, and I'm really happy to be in such a marvelous platform. I managed to grab this time. This is my lunch time, and every day I don't get this same time because I have so much responsibility. So this is just a blessing for me to be here. Actually, I will talk to you again privately if we can fix my own time so that I'll be able to follow up with classes, which is very vital to me.
All right, okay, we have the we just have the responsibility to try to be flexible a bit and see. So if his time is not okay, I can see what I can do. You might be following the videos, but we'll also see at the level of the general class when you are free, and then you communicate it to them too. Maybe they can also be free. The forum is there. Let's discuss. Let's not make as if we are Eskimos. Let's know each other. Let's know each other in the forum, right? Let's discuss in the forum. If the time is not conducive for somebody, let's propose can we have it this time? It is we are in a democratic cycle, so you can just propose a time that is okay for you, and then let the class see together if they can have a sacrifice or whatsoever. If not, we just continue seeing what we can do.
All right. One more thing, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the stable time, or we can adjust this when during the next sessions. Will it always be 9 to 10?
For now, the classes run from 9 to 10, except the general student body sits down and rearrange. But I, for one, I might not be available at this particular time, because generally I am now, because I'm still struggling to set up. Just got the lady from the bank calling me. I'm still struggling to set up my issues. By the time my own work really starts heavy, I'm not sure we are going to, because it is 11:20 a.m. here in France. So this is real time for work, and I'm not sure we are going to continue. I believe that we will still push this class to the evening, and if we are pushing it to the evening, it will be very late in the night for you. I don't know how you are going to manage with that.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, generally we will still push the class late in the evening, because I will not be able to actually produce or be available at this particular time.
All right. Yeah, that will be excuse me. That will be amazing. The evening periods will be good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's just that there are other students who are taking AWS and just coming out from the AWS class and moving into the DevOps class. It's really gonna be heavy. But anyway, if we succeeded in Guayaquil, I believe we can succeed anywhere in life. For those who went to Guayaquil or for those who went to the Cameroon universities, if you once succeeded in a Cameroon university, you can succeed in any situation. That is the way I just know it in life. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Any other questions from any other person? All right. We end the class while I make sure that your video session becomes available as early as possible. All right, guys. See you tomorrow, God willing. If there's anything, I will inform you. If any change, I will inform you. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.